We are live.
Awesome. So, my testimony, right?
Yeah.
I
So
just
who
want
are
to say
you?
I met this kid out South Dakota at the Great Plains Conference.
Yeah.
Man, that was
It was
a great
good.
conference.
It was good.
That was a
Mhm.
great conference.
We had like an NYC lineup.
Yeah,
Man,
we really did.
man, bro. Okay.
All right.
So I will say, keep it consistent
Okay.
right in there.
Yep.
If you're okay with that.
My name's Cole. I'm from Watertown, South Dakota.
Angle it up a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know
we're
it's
technical
like, we
parents,
just
man.
really
We're
want
helicopter
to hear it. We want
podcasters
to
right
capture all this.
Anyway, from Watertown, South Dakota. Brother Jared Chemis is my pastor. I moved to Watertown, South Dakota when I was 11. And I was growing up in church. I'm third generation, I think. My great-grandpa was an old-timer, and he started churches. And then my mom was just born and raised in church, met a dad, and that's just kind of like my backstory. So I was growing up and raised in church. Good church, revival church. We had like 400
Wow.
when I was 8, and then it got up to 600 like in 2 years. And so it was just a revival church. And then we moved away from that and went to Church of 40. And like I was the only youth kid, and
Okay.
so I moved into like, revival and huge church and like nobody. Just basically like trying to survive kind of church. That's just that. And then I was just like very like, whoa, culture shock. And I said, well, I need to go make some friends, so I'll just go to school. And so I went to school in 7th grade. I was getting mentored by Mark Brown. Mark Brown was my mentor.
Just
when
casually,
Yeah. He was my pastor, I guess. So anyway, I was getting mentored by Mark Brown because he wanted to invest in me, and I thank God for that. And I threw it all away. Basically, I went to school, and I didn't want God. I wanted to be accepted by the world. I was hungry for the things of the world. I lived this like double life. I regret it because for like 5 months I was like just doing things I shouldn't have been doing, being mentored by Mark Brown. Mark Brown, when he found out that, my parents found out that I was just living this double life. I had a girlfriend, not godly at all. He just like, said, hey, what's going on? And I said, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry for wasting your time. And, like, I felt so bad because you invested all this time and I didn't grow. I just was kind of coasting. And one of the things that I've heard is when you're coasting and when you're in your walk with God, there's only one way you can coast, and that's downhill. And so, you got to keep moving, you got to keep growing. And yeah, anyway, I was in this this period of time where I just didn't want God. And my parents, they were just broken for me. It was rough. My youth group was not very big, not very spiritual. My youth pastor invested tons of hours. I was very moody, anger issues, and I didn't want to be there. 2020 came around. The end of 2020, 2020 was fine. South Dakota was not hit at all. No quarantine, 8 weeks basically, and it wasn't really quarantine.
Wow.
And so yeah. And right after 8 weeks, we were just back to church. So didn't really struggle that way, I remember distinctly, November, my mom had a nervous breakdown. And it just tore me up inside because I'm like, God, why? My mom is the most genuine Christian I know. I wake up in 6 a.m. and she'd be praying, and I knew she'd been praying for an hour, 2 hours. And she was just always calling my name, and, I just know that she was praying. But she had a nervous breakdown, and it tore me up because I saw, this just going crazy and things that were happening, and then she got taken away for a month.
Wow.
And, so I was in this location of blaming God, God, why? This person is the most purest Christian, I know, personally know. And all of a sudden, she's, broken. And so it tore me up. I tried to make it faster, but, that happened. We went to 2021, turned the year. My mom got out of it, went back to praying, and, she was just, back. I don't know what happened. I think it was something she had a baby, and I think it was some postpartum stuff. but
okay.
she got back
Which
into
is
it.
very real.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is very
it's very real. And I always used to be that kind of person. Oh, mental health, it doesn't matter. But it matters,
Right.
and
Wow.
it's real,
Right.
and it's tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel for people who have parents or even themselves that feel that.
Right.
I think what happened when that happened was I was getting broke in a way I've never been broken, which was I was literally questioning. Like, I knew God was real, and I knew I was rebelling against Him, but like when it became personal, if that makes sense. When my mom got attacked by that way and was broken that way, it just broke.
Right.
And I think it was February. I just walked up to the altar one time. I think Brother Crowder was preaching. I don't know. I walked up and I said, God, I'm sorry. I was being stupid. Like, I know that I messed up and I'm worthless. And I came up to that way, and I left changed. And ever since then, I've made up in my mind, I'm not going to ignore, I'm not going to rebel. I'm going to be a vessel. I want God, because
Right.
it's living for yourself is not the way to go.
No. It's a dead end.
Yeah. And ever since then, just things have been happening. I'm being stretched like I've never been. These past couple months, I think words have been spoken over my life.
I just want to say, bro, it was your mother's prayers.
Absolutely.
That's why you're here
Absolutely.
today. That's
Yes.
why you're here
Wow.
today, bro.
Yeah. I still have this problem every once in a while, is it's just like, I can't run away from the call.
Yeah.
And I knew, like, I tried running away. That was the thing. I had something spoken over me when I was 11, and it was just a word that I was going to be in the ministry, and I was like, whoa, first youth camp, but then I throw it away, and I ran away, and it didn't work out. God was running after me, and so like that has a place in my heart.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my testimony.
Bro, I think you kind of already spoke to you about this earlier when we were
Yeah.
over there, but with the running from your calling
Yes. Yeah.
and the burden of a calling,
hmm Yeah.
it's rough, man.
Yeah. You cannot run away.
No, you cannot.
When you run away, you know that this isn't for me.
You just know.
You know. And,
Yeah.
Thank God for my pastor. He's mentoring me now. That's Brother Jared Chemis. Good guy. Good guy. I love him. I love him very much. But I've determined this time I'm not gonna miss that
There we go.
opportunity.
You feel like God is just giving you that to do it all over again.
Yeah.
If
He
you-
gave me a second chance. Yeah.
It's all right, bro. But when we do fall, we have each other to rise back up.
Yeah. Yeah. God's working on me because I just trying to be teachable. That was my problem. Was I was not teachable.
Wow.
I didn't want
That's
anything.
something. Never mind.
This is very real. Keep going.
Yeah, and teachable. One of the things that I've found that works is, Mark Brown taught me this, and so I've always used it. Which is, if you want to grow in God and you want to be teachable, you want to be spiritually fat, is what he called it,
Mm.
and it's actually F stands for faithful. Always be faithful.
I think-
Always find a place, in God. Be there. Be it. Every time you
Oh,
can be
yeah.
in church,
Attendance,
be
He
yeah.
loves using acronyms, bro. That's
Yeah.
something I've noticed. It's the same thing with what was it?
there. Acts prayer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
You're doing
I've
that.
been praying
Yeah.
that, man. It's
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it works. And then
What's the
another
A?
thing, A is available. Be available. Always have an available attitude. Always be willing to step in. And then T is just teachable, and that's helped me. That's helped me a lot.
Amen.
I probably took a long time.
No, bro,
this has
it's-
been the best, most real experience we can ask for. This is what we want. This is what we've been having for
Great
everybody.
conversation.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Appreciate having you.
thank
on
you,
here.
Mark
Yeah,
Brown and Jared Chemis. If they listen to this, they're going to be excited to mentor you.
Because there's a redemption story that the Lord has.
If we don't live that redemption story, we're not really living according to the Bible.
Yep.
All right, man. Well,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
bro.
Thank
Yeah.
you. hopefully now, this pre-service tear session is going to open you up.
I'm not even joking.
I'm about to cry, man. Like,
Oh my God.
this is amazing.
Praise
Thank
the
you.
Lord.
Yeah, thank you, Jesus.
I know you want. Hey guys,
Hey, what's up?
how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, bro. It's been like, 3 months or something?
That's what everybody says.
No, I'm joking. But welcome back to the podcast. Co-host Brandon.
And co-host Traven. And we're so excited for this episode because we have a very near and dear important guest into our hearts. And his name is...
Nathan White. Y'all wanted me to do that, right?
Wait. It's great to have you. A special guest today with us.
I know, now it's
Nate
not
White.
now it's not just 2 witnesses. We got just 3 witnesses
dude.
in here.
We got 3 witnesses in this room, right?
And let us tell you why he's very near and dear to our heart. This is our youth pastor, and who is now transitioning to be a full pastor in a town called Sheraton here in Iowa. And I'm very thankful to be under him and under his youth leadership for the last 3.5 years, which is crazy to say and think. And he's done a lot in my life to get me to where God can use me. And I know he's done a lot in Brandon's life. And I know we're especially thankful for where God's taken him.
And he is someone that I've grown to admire and to adore. And to every time I get to take counsel from a godly man like him, it's a real blessing. And I don't think it'd be any other better person to hand over Sheraton to than this man right here.
I agree. I'm so looking forward to what's going to happen there. But enough buttering up his
Bread.
here. Let's let him.
All right. Well, welcome to the podcast, Nate. Glad to have you on. Who are you?
All right. Well, first, let me just say it's fantastic to be invited by you guys to be here with you all and to do this. But God is just so good. And the fact that you guys are doing this and that you are giving this to God is just an amazing thing. Because as your youth pastor and Traven, you said now he's going to be a full pastor. Well, youth pastor isn't like a half a pastor.
I realized that when I said that. My
That's
bad.
funny.
You've
just been walking around
my
half.
bad. My bad.
Right.
Every youth pastor just feels a dagger in their heart.
Oh God!
I finally made it, guys. I've grown.
That's hilarious.
So I'm fully grown now. But
I'm a big kid now.
exactly. But it's just amazing to see what God has done in your guys' lives and how quickly He has done it, and so I'm just amazed by that. And so just a little bit about myself and where I've come from. I didn't grow up in church. I'm a first generation apostolic, and so I didn't grow up in this. And really, where it all started was my sister. She was the one that got me to start coming to church. And so my family, growing up, we didn't go to church on Sundays. Sundays were sacred to us, but it was sacred because of football. It was Miami Dolphin Day, actually.
How do they go? I don't know.
Not like that.
That was horrible.
As a vulture.
But we'd wake up in the morning and it'd be football until the very end of the night. It'd be football, and so but somewhere along the line, my sister, she was working at a nursing home in the kitchen, and there was a saint from the Atumwa church that was working there with her, and she just began to witness to my sister. And my sister, of course, started to be taught Bible studies and started going to church. And so let me just say, and I know that we're going to talk about ministry and things, and maybe I'm getting off on a tangent already, but let me just say that the voice in the kitchen is more important than the voice behind a microphone. And so what I mean by that is oftentimes we hear so many people behind microphones and we talk about, we're all behind microphones right now. But we hear so many of those voices and those influences, and I'm not saying that those things aren't good, and what we're doing here is a good thing. It's for God. But
really, when it comes to ministry, even my whole question is always, why do you want to be in ministry? Is it because you
Right.
want to be recognized, or is it because
That's good.
you want to be that voice that's in the kitchen that's
Mhm.
going to reach that one person? Because if it wasn't for that voice in the kitchen of that nursing home, I wouldn't be sitting here with you today. And because of that voice, my sister became a voice in my life. And there was a time where she literally just annoyed me to go to church. And I mean, that's the only way to describe